everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sally and I run Didsbury Art Studio. What I wanted to do today was a little bit more smocking. I got a lovely message from a subscriber who asked me to do another pattern. So here I am again. I'm going to do the arrow pattern and let's get into it. So for the arrow pattern, what you will need is a grid made up of one, and then you're going to do these arrows every other one like so, 2 widths across. So I'll show you that again in a minute. And then I've enlarged it onto the wrong side of this fabric. Obviously you can see it's the shimmery side on the other side for the satin. I've used a water erasable pen and I just masking taped it out and I traced it off a grid that, as you know, I've used it before. This has just been done up with a permanent marker, 1-inch squares. So now that it's on my fabric, I am ready to rock and roll. So just to give you a closer look, you can see that's the pattern, very simplistic. Triangle, 2 inches across every other one. And as I said, I have drawn it out onto the fabric, but I've also left a seam allowance there of 2 inches all the way around the fabric. And I've done my usual of using pinking shears around the edge so that hopefully it's not going to fray as much as it could do with it being satin. So I'm going to start on this small piece of fabric. It's not the colour that I'm going to use, but I think it'd be best to just show you on a sample first. So I'm on the wrong side of my fabric and I'm going in from the top right up here. Just a little nip in the fabric. Pull your thread through. Tiny little nip down here. Pull your thread through and tiny little nip over here, and then you just carefully pull your fabric so that these join up, and then you can just do a little stitch through all of those. And I'm probably going to just go through once more. Just going to wrap that thread around and it will make a knot to finish off with. So that's the first one. And then I'm going to go down to the next one over here. So tiny little nip. And you just leave a little bit of slack there with your thread. Tiny stitch and small stitch again. And then you pull those together. Just going to pull that back. Give a little bit of slack there. Just make sure these are all joined in the same place. And then you put another stitch through. You see that one's still slack. And then jump down to the next one. Show you once more. So leave a little bit of slack, tiny little stitch, so it's like a triangle shape. And then these two join. Shuffle the fabric to make them match. Give it some slack. And again. I'm just back at the top and continue to do the same thing. This is how it's beginning to look, just to show you, like this. So, working on this today and I've got up to here, so I was just going to finish this off in the same way. And there we have it, finitoed. I've just got the water-soluble pen to remove, and I'll show you later what it looks like without that. Very tactile, just because it's so glossy and shiny from the satin fabric. I'd like to see some even thinner fabrics, maybe some dyed fabrics, to just see kind of like how this might change the effect. As I said, the back as well, just lovely. You know, this could be used on trimming of a duvet cover, pillowcase, or a cushion. I'd like to see this at the front of a cushion in a bigger version. That would be fab. So let's try it on the mannequin. You might have to imagine it without the shibori skirt, but it's like a kind of scaly effect. I know it's called an arrow pattern, but look at that, it's really padded. I love that. You could see that sort of even wrapped around, or a big long dress. I just kind of put that up like that. Interesting.